Hi there, my name is Gary MacDougall, and the topic I want to talk about today is coming out of the spiritual closet. So, I'm the one that's coming out of the spiritual closet, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because I've lived a life of spirituality and following my heart, and a life of adventure and a life of awesomeness for the past 20 years, and it's something I've always kind of kept to myself. And now with the work I'm doing, I really want to put myself out there and encourage other people to kind of put themselves out there and live the life of their dreams and go for their passions and follow their heart. And so that's what I do. And yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about coming out of the closet part because I've really this is something I felt guided to do for months, to do this kind of work, to work with men spiritually, to work on like really improving all areas of their life. But I've really been terrified to kind of put myself out there because I've been afraid of rejection. I've always kind of kept spirituality and following my heart and, telling my story. I've always kind of kept that to myself and to my wife or people that are closest to me because I'm afraid that people might laugh at me or think, you're into spirituality. That's kind of crazy stuff or faith. What's faith? But I've lived my life like that. I've followed my heart and maybe logically things didn't really make sense. I followed my heart and things work out really amazingly. So I give an example. Like years ago, I had this dream where this man came to me and it was really vivid. And I don't have a whole lot of vivid dreams, but in this dream, it was really vivid. And this man came and he said, "You have to go to India." So, I kind of prayed about it. And in my heart, I felt like, yeah, I really got to go to India. And at the time, I was single and alone. And I was sitting at work and I was kind of thinking to myself, like, oh, if I got to go to India, plane ticket's expensive. I had to do something like sell my truck or something. So I was like, God, if you want me to go to India, I got to sell my truck. And within like the next minute, a coworker came in and he said, "Hey, you selling your truck? I need a truck to move my boat." And so do you want to sell your truck? I'm like, "Yeah, I'll sell you my truck." And so I had a good chuckle to myself about that, but I didn't tell anybody about it. So I've lived my whole life kind of like that, just kind of following my heart and following dreams. And people would say, "Well, how are you going to make money?" Well, I just kind of made that my intention. I would follow my heart and follow my dreams and do what I loved and make money doing it. So that's what I teach people, and that's it might be scary at times because logically it doesn't really seem to make sense, but it works. So I'll give you another example. My wife and I, before, like, we have three children now, ages 7, 5, and 3, and they're the absolute reason why I do this because I know they're gonna feel anything I feel. So if I feel bored at work or if I feel tired or if I'm living a life of addiction, they're just gonna learn all that stuff too, whether consciously or subconsciously. So I made this decision because I want them to have the absolute best life financially, but also, spiritually and emotionally. So with my kids, with making this decision, gosh, what was I talking about? Yeah, just making this decision. I made this decision for them. And yeah, because like 3 years ago, I was doing the work I loved or I thought I was, and I thought I'd do it for the next 30 years, but I was bored and my heart felt heavy and it felt hurt. And my kids weren't really coming to me as much. And, so I was kind of worried. So I started praying to God and asking for help. Like, what can I do? I'll do anything. I'll serve, give myself of service in any way. And the first I was guided to work with a bunch of healers and work through some hurts in my heart and hurts around my family or hurts around, or a lot of fear. There was a lot of terror in my heart that I'm still working through. Like, I was terrified of doing this but I have to, I have to move forward. My family they're counting on me, and I take that responsibility. I fully accept that responsibility. So, just moving through terror and moving through fear and just putting my heart out there and hopefully to inspire many other people. And yeah, so started working through that terror and just praying and asking for guidance and so that's kind of what I've seen a lot of people doing this kind of work and putting themselves out there on making videos and I have a lot of respect for that, for people who have the courage to put themselves out there and inspire other people to help people help themselves and follow their heart. So that's what I do. Yeah, before I made this decision, like I said, heavy in my heart. My relationship wasn't that good. Our finances, we were struggling. Since I feel a lot better in my heart now. I feel a lot more free that I'm making this video and I've finally got the courage to do it. And yeah, my relationship with my wife is a lot better. A lot more love. We still fight sometimes, or have disagreements or arguments, but yeah, and it's scary. financially it's scary to take this leap of faith, but whenever I follow my heart, it's always worked out. Yeah, give you another example of that. 20 years ago, dropped out of university, running away from drugs, alcohol, sex, party lifestyle, everything. And I came out west and I really didn't know what I was going to do. And it was that mess, that kind of, in that desperation, in that feeling of being absolute lost. And I remember waking up one day and feeling like I was absolutely a nothing. Because I got past denial and got past the denial of addiction and living in pain and just accepted it, then I could start improving my life. So I'm here today because I accepted that I needed to change. This has been a process of me of like growing up again. I'm almost 40 now, and I feel like it's time to grow into a man and put myself out there and inspire other men to kind of be honest with themselves and get over addiction. Because what I found in many experiences is when you kind of just stop and get into your body, I do a lot of yoga and meditation. When I sit with myself and kind of stop addictions and feel my feelings, and feelings are kind of like the doorway to my soul. And when I get really honest with my soul, I start, and take action from the guidance I get from my soul, or I take action from the guidance I get from like spirit guides and stuff. My life starts getting better. So just taking that leap of faith and doing that, my life has just always gotten better. So I really trust that financially our family's going to be great. That just to say that I'm here to help men who want to follow their dreams and want great relationships and follow their dreams, have great relationships, and just feel alive again. Like, I just wanted to feel alive. Like, I really felt like at 39, I was afraid I was going to die. I was afraid I was going to have a heart attack. There's so much heaviness in my heart. And now I feel free again, and I'm inspired again. And, I'm really into gardening, and I was into gardening a little bit before, and now ever since I've kind of like started healing my heart and reawaken passions, I just feel like this absolute connection with the earth and like all living things, and I'm really passionate about growing veggies and doing that with my children. And we built a compost yesterday, so I'm excited about compost and microbes and making the soil be alive again. My wife and I have really been sharing this process with our children too, because like I said, they feel everything. And we're having a lot of fun now. We're having a lot of fun together, and we're doing a lot of fun things, just, like going to the park, going to the beach, and just being really present with our kids and being really loving, and everything's improving. So if you're a man out there and you're into spirituality and you want a great life, and you don't know if your relationship's going to work out, or if you can really, maybe you've lost your job or whatever. If I've learned anything in life, when a doorway closes, if you keep that hope and keep that faith and trust your spirit that there's always something better, that's just life or God or your spirit guides or something moving you to a better life. So that's the way I live my life, and that's the way I'm helping men now. If you have any questions, you can follow us on our webpage, and we'll post that below this video. And we're also on Facebook. So if you have any questions or want to message us or get in contact with us, you can get in contact with us either way. All right. So I think that's it today. And lots of love to you guys out there. And here's to having a great life.